Turning your life around. Today I will be teaching you how to banish bad habits and generate good ones. Have you ever had a bad habit that you just can't get rid of? Can you remember a time when your parents yelled at you to stop slouching or when your teacher shouted, "Don't interrupt when I'm speaking"? Here is a time when I first learned how to correct a bad habit the hard way. I had a problem with continuously interrupting people a couple of years ago. Every day when I talked with either friends or family, I would randomly interrupt what they were saying and branch off to a whole new topic. My brother was telling me about how he lost his tooth when I just butted and asked him if he seen my deck of cards. I continued acting in this selfish manner for a while until my parents got so fed up that they started a new rule. Every time I would interrupt someone else, I would lose $1. I thought, how hard could it be? Turns out, really hard. After day 1, I lost $20. After week 1, 200. After 1 month, 1,000. I was not really sure if they were really going to deduct $1,000, but I guessed wrong. In the end, I learned that these bad habits can get out of hand, and dealing with them as soon as possible should be first priority. I'm Austin Lin, and I will be demonstrating today how bad habits can have lasting and serious effects if time and commitment are not taken to correct them. I will be going over how, by taking these simple steps, you can efficiently correct 3 common teenage bad habits: bad posture, sleeping late, and using filler words. Bad posture is one of the biggest problems for teens and can be corrected through a couple of simple steps. According to physical therapist Megan Markowski, it's a common and important health problem among Americans, and it can lead to neck pain, back problems, and other aggravating conditions. Bad posture can include slouching, leg crossing, rounding shoulders, and hunching over. Another notable habit is leg shaking, which is more or less uncommon. The man here is crossing his legs, which is a sign of bad posture that can develop into serious problems for the legs, joints, and nerves. The reason why I brought this up is that I've noticed that so many people from all ages slouch. If you walk into a classroom, you will see numerous people with this problem. For me, slouching is my biggest weakness and is always finding a way to catch me off guard. It is a fact that slouching leads to weakened back muscles and spine, along with loss of circulation and back pain. I'm currently more aware of my slouching and always trying to correct it as soon as possible. The NHS, which stands for the United Kingdom National Health Service, is a healthcare system for the UK that serves to help the welfare and well-being of the people. They recommend people with slouching problems to get into the habit of sitting correctly. It may not feel comfortable initially because your muscles have not been conditioned to support you in the correct position, NHS. This explains how it is difficult but necessary to get into the good habit of sitting up straight, and it will take time and effort to get used to it. This is important for young people to learn and quickly develop into a good habit. The organization also advises practicing back strengthening exercises such as bridges and planks in order to fix slouching. This way, people can quickly fix their bad posture and develop stronger muscles. Although slouching is a bad habit for several teens, sleeping late is definitely more common. Another bad habit that I'm still trying to correct is sleeping late. Many teens tend to sleep at 11 to 1 o'clock at night, especially on the weekends. I know because this is a frequent problem for me. This problem occurs more and more as a person matures and has more work to keep up with. Teens have all sorts of homework, studying, distractions, and extracurricular activities, which are the main cause of sleeping late. Studies show that when teens sleep late, they will not activate the hormones they need to grow. Therefore, sleeping late can cause growth stunts. Even if you make up all the sleep you have lost, you will not activate your growth hormones. This is extremely important for teens because this is a time when we need to grow and mature. If you sleep at 2 in the morning and you wake up at 8 o'clock, then you will need to make up 2 full hours that you have missed. Most late sleepers wake up late and are considered evening sleepers, where those who sleep early and wake early are labeled as morning people. According to Business Insider, the study found that many people who identified themselves as evening types are significantly more likely to have conditions linked with high blood sugar, which can be linked with other varieties of health problems than those who identified as morning types. Broadwin. This proves how people who are more active at night tend to have more health risks than those who are active in the morning. In addition to this, our cycles of light and dark affect how we fight off disease and viruses. Our phones and computers can mess with this system and affect our bodies. This makes it apparent that sleeping early is much better, even if you sleep the same amount, and making the shift in your daily schedule will help you out. A proper solution to the problem is to procrastinate less and work more efficiently. This is a simple yet effective way to get all your work done and sleep earlier. You can find that a certain time to stop using any electronic device, which can make it easier to fall asleep. For instance, you can completely stop using any device after 10 o'clock, and this will help you fall asleep. It is preferably easier to leave all cell phones and computers out of reach to avoid any sort of temptations. Lastly, drinking less coffee, soda, and cutting off on any sugar before bed can help tone you down. These can become great habits to get accustomed to in order to become a morning person instead of a night person. Lastly, another problem that appears in my life is the use of filler words. Have you ever noticed yourself or others overusing the word like when speaking? When speaking, we tend to use unintentional words, especially when we are unaware of it. We use filler words such as and like every day in our lives. And this habit can stay with you and affect your public speaking skills for the rest of your life. They are caused by being nervous, distracted, or not knowing what to say next. These words make you seem unconfident and nervous, which is never a good look while speaking. More importantly, these words distract listeners from the main message that you're trying to say. Studies show that this is especially common for teens who are still building their confidence. Fixing this habit is vital because carrying that habit for the rest of your life makes it hard for you to speak to others. A lot of people have this habit, and it becomes important to get rid of it as you grow older. Sometimes people use filler words to fill in the pauses and gaps in the speech. However, pauses actually have many uses. They can help collect your thoughts, calm your nerves, and be used to build suspense. According to the Harvard Business Review, research suggests that most conversational speech consists of short 0.2 seconds, medium 0.6 seconds, and long over 1 second pauses. Great public speakers often pause for 2 to 3 seconds or even longer. Our phonic data shows that the average speaker only uses 3.5 pauses per minute, and that's not enough. Zandon. Pauses are excellent for public speaking, and it is the crutch words that should be avoided. To prevent the use of crutch words, first, you must realize that you are doing it and try to notice yourself. Every time you catch yourself, make a note about it, and it will help in stopping the bad habit. Next, you should start telling yourself to stay silent and forcing yourself to stop using these words. The last step is to practice. Practice pausing after each sentence to add effect and suspense, and remind yourself to act confident. After a while, you should get better at it and develop some good habits to help your public speaking. To sum things up in one statement, these bad habits can affect your lives in a negative way. However, those who fix these habits fast can quickly turn their lives around and become more confident and efficient in life. It is proven that those who fix their habits quickly become the more successful in their lives. Bad habits can have lasting and serious effects if time and commitment are not taken to correct them. By taking a few simple corrections, you can efficiently correct 3 common teenage bad habits: bad posture, sleeping late, and using filler words. Bad posture has taught me that the way you sit and stand can affect you later in your life, and doing daily exercises and fixing your posture quickly will prevent the hidden health hazards or of slouching or crossing your legs, and can make you a more confident person. Sleeping early has shown how much I needed to adjust my schedule so I can sleep early and avoid dangerous side effects of sleeping late. Lastly, filler or crutch words have proven to be a hard task to solve, but also a way to practice and become more confident when I speak. About my bad habit of interrupting, I followed a certain procedure to correct it efficiently. First, I started noticing when I was interrupting. Next, instead of waiting for my turn to speak, I learned to listen carefully and process what someone's trying to tell me. I would start asking fewer questions and instead reflecting on what they said. Finally, when I stopped jumping to conclusions and focusing more on the other person, I started seeing myself as a more patient and conscious person who would interrupt less frequently. Interrupting is no longer a bad habit of mine, but I still keep aware of when to butt into a conversation. Bad habits can all teach us valuable lessons that I feel more people should know about. They have allowed me to improve the way I live and how I act, and if everyone makes these slight changes, we can all live better and healthier lives. However, everyone has their own unique bad habits to correct, and it is up to you to find the best approach to fix your problem. Thank you for your time.